So as you guys know, the MCC recently got another update, which is great. I just wanted to give my thoughts on it real quick again, since I did a video on the last MCC update. I play a lot of Halo, and I want to continue to do my part in obviously promoting Halo and kind of keeping it as alive as I can, even though I have limited influence. I would like to start off obviously with the positives of this update, and that obviously has to be the matchmaking. The matchmaking system, the composer matchmaking system as it's called, is absolutely excellent. The ability to, customize exactly what you're looking for cannot go unstated, and it is honestly amazing. This might seem obvious to some people, but this kind of matchmaking system hasn't really been seen in a lot of other games, and the ability to select the size of the game, the game mode, and the actual game, included from the collection is honestly amazing. The ability to be able to say, I want to play big team battle, I don't care the game mode, but I want it to be Halo 2 big team or Halo 1 or 2 big team is great. The ability to say King of the Hill, give me any game, but I want to try King of the Hill match this round, great. You can say, Halo 3 Slayer only. You can say Halo 1, 4, and 2 Anniversary Slayer and Capture the Flag only. There's just whatever you feel like playing, you can set it up exactly that way. Now, there are still some limitations to it. I would be interested in an any game size option as well. Right now, you either have to select like 4v4, 8v8, or, the free-for-all infection type. It would be nice to say, I don't even care whether it's big team battle or, traditional 4v4 or 2v2 or whatever. That would be a good thing to add. Some other negatives I would like to get into here are this really still hasn't fixed the quitter issue. It really still has persisted here, and it's frustrating because now there really isn't an excuse. As where before, it was half understandable, at least to a degree, that people weren't getting the games they wanted or the game types they wanted, and they were backing out. Now, I still think this was a scummy move, but at least I knew why they were doing it. Now you really don't have an excuse. I'm going to use a King of the Hill match from Halo 2 I had the other day as an example here. I searched Halos, I think 2 or 3 King of the Hill, and I got a Halo 2, and all 3 of my teammates quit within the first, as we got into the game, and I don't think any of them were partied up together. And I think I don't know what excuse they had. They selected Halo 2, and they selected Halo 2 King of the Hill as possibilities, so they should have been prepared to play King of the Hill Halo 2. I still think the quitter issue is a little better, but it's far from solved, and it's frustrating also the penalties that you get. For example, I backed out of that King of the Hill match because I'm not going to play a 1v4, are you kidding me? And I got a 5-minute ban, and I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it was annoying to have to wait 5 minutes to get back into another game when I didn't do anything wrong. My team bailed on me. Continuing on with the negatives, I still think more options would be nice in terms of game modes. It seems like they left some out, and I understand why. Obviously, they don't want to spread the population too thin, but Oddball's been a pretty big part of Halo for a while, and it's sad that that's not an option. Other modes like VIP or Juggernaut, Regicide, a couple don't have dedicated modes, and I think there maybe needs to be some mosh pit options for some of these modes, because if I want to play Halo 1, I feel like Oddball is a pretty important part of that game, Halo 2 as well, and I think it should be an option in some sort of way. And obviously, there's still a fair amount of bugs, still some longer matchmaking times, especially if you're picking less popular game modes. It's not perfect, and I don't really think it necessarily has to be, and I know that might confuse some people. Some people really want this game to be something special, and I'm just kind of happy we're getting to play Halo 1 and 2, decades later, too. I just think it's awesome that we get to play these games, and, I don't really care if it takes a little longer. Maybe there are, some bugs. Hopefully they just continue to work at it, continue to iron out. I feel like it's getting a little better each of these updates, so I think that's the important thing. Obviously the state the game launched in was completely unacceptable, and that's a disaster, and it's why we're so deep into this whole, if it came out and worked, it could have been one of the most popular shooters this generation. Obviously, it's not, and we're, trying to create enough playlists with the few people that remain. But I just think, anytime there's still a bug in the MCC, people, point at it and laugh at it and try to say, oh, the game's still broken. And it's like, I feel like the game has moved past that just downright broken stage to the point where, yeah, it's a little buggy and stuff, but they're obviously juggling like 8 game engines and just a ton of older code. It's a little too late, but they are working at it, and hopefully we can continue to get this game more playable. I'm just happy to be playing Halo. So that kind of wraps up the main part of this video. That being obviously the addition of the matchmaking and the changes to how you get your matches. Another quick thing is now I feel like a lot of the ranked playlists are obsolete, or the Halo 2 arena ranked, like there's still like 8 or 10 of those, and obviously some of those are important, right? Like if the Halo 3 hardcore playlist and stuff, but I don't think we necessarily need as many of those, as I don't really know how many people are still playing them. A couple nitpicks here at the end, just minor things I don't like as part of this update. The main menu change, they did this flood theme, and I just really don't like themed menus. I don't like menus changing. I like the classic, I don't want this to turn into Rainbow Six Siege where every time I boot it up there's a new menu. I think they should just stick to that beautiful Halo ring design. I think it makes sense as it kind of encompasses the whole series. The MCC is literally trying to make Halo a never-ending kind of thing, keep it going as a Halo ring, and it just makes more sense when you hear those iconic monks chanting to not have the flood as the background, to have the Halo ring. I just think that makes more sense. The names of the players, gamer tags over their head, have been changed for Halos 1 and 2, I think. Now they're red instead of the classic blue. You can obviously still change this. They have it as a legacy option if you go into the menus and stuff, but I just don't know why this wasn't the default. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that players that want to change the people's name to red can do so, but I don't know why the classic blue, what it's been since the games came out in the early 2000s, is now the second option that you have to go out of your way to change. It just kind of seemed weird to me, since new players might not necessarily know that, and even some players that are returning players might not know to look in the options, video options, all those sub menus. Halo Combat Evolve also has a game timer now, which is nice. Obviously there was a timer there, you just couldn't see it. I like that there is a way to see it. I just don't know if I like having it as part of your HUD or UI in game. I think maybe you should have it at the scoreboard. So when you hit the back button and it brings up the scoreboard, it should be somewhere there. Unless it was in the original, but I don't think it was. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. But since it wasn't in the original, I don't know if I like it there. It's kind of a little bulky. So I know a couple of those probably you don't care about there at the end, but those are a couple things I would personally change and make different. Another small thing that I noticed but don't have any necessarily feelings towards was the campaign menu for Halo 2. If you go there, Halo 2's picture is now the original game cover as opposed to the monochrome anniversary cover, which I just thought that was an interesting change. I don't know why they'd go out of their way to change it. I don't care. The original cover is great, obviously, and it looks good. I just think it's a strange thing to change. So thanks guys for watching. I don't know if you noticed, but my voice might be a little stuffed up. I'm just getting over being sick, and that's one of the reasons I haven't been uploading and haven't gotten this video out for the update. I appreciate you guys watching, and I should hopefully do a video at some point of top 5 or so things I'd like to see added into the MCC, major changes or less major changes that I'd like to see take place. I also want to do a video talking about Halo 3 Anniversary and what I want to see there. I know it's kind of a topic most Halo fans have moved past. It clearly isn't really in the works, it doesn't look like, but I would like to give my thoughts on why I think we should have it and what I would like it to look like. So look for that in the future. Obviously, Also working on my first big review. It's not a Halo related review, but if you like gaming, you should hopefully stay tuned for that. So obviously I've been pretty busy. My channels has not had as many videos as I would have liked, but I will hopefully put a little more time into this. By the end of December, get some more stuff up for you guys. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the MCC.